This YouTube channel is focused on helping good small business owners travel and inspiration. This week, I got the opportunity to meet a wonderful family, their extended family and friends. People that originally come from a village in the fantastically beautiful Punjab, India. So all this week, and you'll see 5 parts that have to do with a Punjabi Indian wedding. Today, because of this wedding, I got to meet a wonderful man, Sonny Brar.
Thank you.
Sonny, thanks for being willing to share some time together.
Absolutely. I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to it, and I appreciate the introduction. Let's walk and talk, shall we? So you can see I have my rumal on right now. So this is a tradition where we are leaving the temple, which you can actually see right behind me. So this is a ceremony that just happened with my cousin's wedding, and part of the tradition, which is day number 6. It's a 7-day tradition. Today she got married, and then tomorrow is the reception. Hence why I'm still wearing the rumal for the interview. But yeah, let's talk.
Tell us where you came from.
Sure.
Your roots, your beginnings. Then we're going to talk about your amazing, successful career already.
Thank you.
And then we're going to look at your dreams, passions for the future, and any other little tidbits that come along you want to share.
Right now, I'm currently the Global Vice President of Food Safety and Health and Safety and Quality Assurance for FIERA Foods. Very privileged to be with such a great team and company. The journey, though, was very interesting. Let me give you real life examples. Consistency and discipline. Let's start off with the discipline. I wake up every day 4:45 in the morning. That's my discipline. Why do I wake up 4:45 in the morning? My kids are asleep, my wife's asleep, it's my time. I found through life as I'm growing as a man and as an individual that mind time is very, very important. Some people meditate, some people do yoga. For me, it's running. And the interesting thing is, and I don't tell this to a lot of people, and when I'm about to say my next sentence, you might be a little surprised, but I don't even listen to music when I work out. And the reason for that is when I'm running, I'm processing my day. Anything that can come at me, I'm processing my day. This conversation, how am I gonna respond? What am I gonna say when my kids come to me, good morning, wife? And also, pre-auditing myself, and we'll get to that later, post-audit. What I mean by pre-auditing is, like, I audit myself. What could I have done better the previous day? Oh, I should not send that email to that person. So I'm on the tread for 50 minutes, and now I take my shower, I get on my suit, and I start my day. That's the discipline. Now the consistency is, yeah, you're doing it every day.
Your success.
Yeah.
I mean, you represent a phenomenal people. We're actually here at one of the original temples in Abbotsford, British Columbia. You represent a whole new breed.
Yeah.
Of a very, in a positive way, proud people.
Yes, we do. Our culture, since the beginning, Sikhism, Punjab, India, as you said earlier,
right?
It has always been about family and tradition. As I get older, I find it, because I'm the oldest brother in my family, and so the wedding you're at right now is my cousin, and that's my real dad and my dad are brothers, and Perry now got married. So when these ceremonies are happening, first of all, it's a responsibility of, I feel personally, mine, to keep the energy as positive as I can.
In Winnipeg?
Born in Winnipeg, yeah, born and raised, yeah.
You grew up, and who was influencing your life as you were growing up? Because the older we get and the milestones in our life, we look back.
Yeah.
We look back on people that touched us, said something to us, influenced us, and all of a sudden catapulted us into the next level. So who was it for you?
Wow. The immediate answer would be the athlete. I've looked up to people like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Raghib Ismail. People remember him, Rocket Ismail, back in the day, and it's their story. How people didn't believe in them, and as I'm growing, it first starts off being that you want to prove yourself. And then you find out in life, it's not about proving yourself, it's about improving yourself. And there's a difference.
So there were athletes and stars. Was there somebody close to you, a teacher, a relative, somebody that said, you know what, Sonny, you're going to go far in life. You're going to experience amazing things. Somebody that gave you confidence to kind of keep pushing forward and dream big and achieve big?
Coach Didick, my football head coach in high school. If he's watching this, hey, Coach Didick.
Let's tag him.
Yeah, we'll tag you. We're getting tagged, buddy. You remember me. Positive words, right? Especially in such an age and a stage in life where you're still learning yourself. And I feel we never had social media. We didn't have all this when I was growing up.
Right.
So my social media, my inspiration was my coach.
Right.
And he would take me aside and say things. The words that I remember is, you will achieve. You can do. I believe in you. And it's like, it's amazing, you know, on that topic. What I also learned through that experience is the power of words.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And how you don't forget those words. And to the people watching, or viewers, and to Coach Didick, I admire that. I respect that. Thank you. And for all of us, we need to do more of that.
Did you know what you wanted to do roughly? Now, you're also a professor at York.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And you're VP of a global food company.
Thank you.
They're doing phenomenally well.
Thank you.
Well, when did you know that was kind of the direction, both academia and the corporate food safety and related
Great
world?
question. Great question. So, as you said, born and raised Winnipeg, moved to Calgary. I got a job offer at IKEA as a health and safety specialist. Okay. So I'm 21 at this point. Wow. And it was a beautiful experience. I love to public speak. I love to encourage people. And I started talking to people about the importance of food safety.
Right.
Because it is important.
Right.
And health and safety in the workplace, like, it's to people just to understand health and safety, occupational law, legal onboarding, the requirements under legislations, and what provinces mandate employers what they have to do. In our world, that's called the Health and Safety Act.
Right.
Also, you have things like the Food and Drug Act. But going back to your question, so I'm doing a presentation. I'm in Calgary, and anytime you start at any company, I'll say IKEA, the new people, it's called your new hire orientation. So you're learning about payroll, and this is how you swipe, and your health and safety. If you get hurt at work, this is what you do. This is how you handle chemicals safely, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the country manager of IKEA, James Paul, again, he's now in Sweden, working at the head office. Last time I checked, I think he's still there. But anyways, he's sitting there, and now I know in my head, this guy's watching me, right? So yeah, maybe I added a little extra spice on the presentation, knowing that he was in the room. But anyways, yeah. So he, what messed with my psyche, he got up like 10 minutes after I was done speaking. I just started. I still had a lot more to do.
Right.
So you know, it's like when you take your driver's test and the guy then opens up his clipboard and you're like, oh my God, what's he marking down? What did I do wrong? What happened? Was he happy? Was he not? So he's waiting for me. Long story short, and I'm going to answer your question full circle, is he sat me down. He goes, Sonny, I'm taking you to Toronto. I said, what? He's like, you're coming to Toronto. Your personality needs to come there. And I'm like, I was confused because I didn't see it yet. But again, going back to the power of words and the right people being there at the right time, the cosmic energy, you know, Sikhism. I'm a big believer in God.
Yes.
And I definitely know that it was him to line that up the way he did. So he comes up to me, takes me aside. He goes, I'm going to make you a manager. So again, I'm 21. I've been with the company for 6 months. I don't know what's going on. The management responsibilities, I'm 21.
Right.
Now, what I'm learning through that experience, older people are reporting to me. So I got 45, 50-year-olds, amazing,
right,
but 21.
Right.
So what I kept telling myself is James Paul believed in you, Coach Didick believed in you. So discipline and consistency. Anytime I find myself in a moment where my competency is being challenged,
right,
and which it was, as it should be. You're 21. What heck do you know? This little punk kid comes in here and he's gonna try to manage us. Through that experience, now I'm like, there's something here. After that, I then joined Maple Leaf Foods, where I met my wife actually, And
Sonny has a lovely wife and lovely children. You've got the package.
God bless. Thank you. God bless. And I appreciate that. So yeah, met her and then moved on and got recruited by Sobeys. Went to Maple Leaf. After Maple Leaf, went to Toys R Us. So I looked after the country for Canada. At that point, I was 28. And then moved on to Retail Council of Canada as their vice president. I was there for about 4 years, and now FIERA Foods for almost 2 years. So going back to your question, it was the moment where he said to me, I'm taking you to Toronto. And for me to think, why did he say he's going to take me to Toronto?
Right.
And what is he seeing that I ain't seeing? I thank God.
Yeah.
God did it all.
No, you know what's amazing, Sonny, is the fact that here somebody said something to you.
Yeah.
Then they did something tangible. So they took you to Toronto.
Yeah.
So the combination of words and action, and everyone watching, wherever you are in your pajamas, anywhere in the world, now or in 40 years from now, this is a legacy for Sonny, a little bit of his story to share with people, strangers, friends, family, who need to be inspired themselves, just like you, to inspire other people with a word and with something tangibly you can do for them to put them on a pathway to
Can't
success.
be the person who's waiting for someone to say good job.
Right.
Be the person to say good job.
30,000 followers on LinkedIn.
Yes, I do.
You should be all over that, helping them to continue to grow because he's got a positive message. But what he did say was he loves reports who come to him and say, I had a problem, but I fixed it. And I just wanted to let you know. You like that, don't you?
I think it's amazing. Leadership is not just coming with problems, it's about coming with a solution. So if you want to grow, and for anyone who's younger in their careers, anybody can go to a manager and say, I have a problem. But saying, I just wanted to let you know that I recognized it, I assessed it, and I controlled it. And now, as a leader, I see potential in you because you're not coming to me with a problem. You're coming to me with a solution.
You're somebody promotable, maybe, at the right time.
And that's just it. Just by that action, you planted the seed with me.
Speaking of which, the last two questions, and then you got stuff to do.
So FIERA Foods, bakery, we specialize in croissants and baked goods.
Okay.
And it's a family-owned business. Look them up. The story is amazing. Okay. But the owners started this business and they expanded. So yeah, we have a lot of customers around the world. Okay. And right now, most of your breakfast sandwiches, most of your bagels, I can confidently say comes from us. And the commitment and passion this company has, FIERA Foods, for their employees is just amazing. And how they brought me on. And I have a great leader, Carmela, who I look up to. Also great when you have a leader that you report to that has the same vision of 3 fundamental principles that are required for a team to work. Communication, talk. Number 2, right? Teamwork. It's not one person. I got the title. Okay, great. I worked hard for it. The last piece is respect. And so I'm grateful for those. So all these experiences in a nutshell, teaching at York University, Food Safety and Center for Disease Control, lecturer there, and it's amazing. So believe in yourself, stay positive, stay disciplined, have the consistency.
So that wraps up with this question. What's the future hold for Sonny Brar?
President one day, hopefully.
Of this company?
We'll see.
Another company?
We'll see. Wherever life takes you.
Real pleasure to talk to you. That was good. That was good. Let's do with the horse. Here's the thumbnail. Thanks for watching. We're going to see you soon and make a YouTube with you. Somewhere in the world, anywhere. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Nice.